Benjamin Netanyahu has called the accidental deaths of 3 hostages by Israeli forces an unbearable tragedy. Netanyahu said all of Israel is grieving the loss of the 3 men, all in their 20s, who were kidnapped by Hamas. He vowed that Israel will continue in the most important effort to bring home the nearly 130 hostages who remain in Gaza. Meanwhile, families and supporters of hostages in Tel Aviv warn time is running out. They're demanding the government resume talks for another hostage deal. Charlie D'Agata is in Tel Aviv. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning to you. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also said the country holds its head in sorrow, describing the deaths of those hostages as an unbearable tragedy in a statement. But along with that nationwide heartache is mounting fury.
News of the deaths triggered a flash protest near the place now known as Hostage Square in Tel Aviv. Carrying an Israeli flag dipped in red paint, crowds demanded a deal with Hamas now, saying time is running out. It's the news families fear most. Their loved ones won't be coming home alive. And worse, to learn they died at the hands of Israeli forces. Shot dead after being mistaken for an enemy threat. Claiming full responsibility, military spokesman Daniel Hagari expressed his deep sorrow for the tragic incident. The victim's 22-year-old Samar Talalka, who loved motorcycles. Yotam Haim, kidnapped from Kfar Aza. The 28-year-old musician filmed this video when gunmen stormed the kibbutz, seemingly unaware of the dangers ahead for him. The third hostage, 26-year-old Alon Shamriz, a computer engineering student from the same community. 10 weeks to the day since the October 7th terrorist rampage. More than 130 hostages remain unaccounted for, including 8 Americans. There may be some cause for hope today. Sources tell CBS News that Mossad Director David Barnea is expected to meet Qatari and U.S. officials in France to discuss diplomacy regarding the hostages. But there is no hint of a break in the brutal fighting, a key demand from Hamas before any negotiations are to take place. Palestinian media reports that dozens of people were killed in Israeli airstrikes in the past 2 days. Despite pressure from the U.S. for Israel to narrow down its offensive to target Hamas leadership and do more to spare civilian lives.
We got the rare chance to cross into Gaza yesterday with the IDF. What we shot is under a brief embargo for security reasons, but we're shown a tunnel wide enough to drive a small car through. Just a glance of where Hamas might be hiding those hostages. Brooke?
Okay, Charlie, thanks. Look forward to seeing that footage.